back in October 2009? Bobby Jamison, his wife Sherilyn, and their 6-year-old daughter Madyson packed up their truck and drove into the Sambwa Mountains in Oklahoma. They were looking to buy a plot of land and wanted to live a peaceful life away from the city. But instead of a fresh start, they completely vanished into thin air. Their truck was found abandoned on a lonely dirt road just a few days later, and what the police found inside made the whole story deeply disturbing. Inside the locked truck, everything was left behind. Their cell phones, their wallets, GPS, jackets, and even their beloved family dog, Maisie, who was severely dehydrated and barely alive. More shockingly, the police found an envelope containing $32,000 in cash under the driver's seat. If this was a regular robbery, no criminal would leave that much money behind. It just did not make sense. Why would a family walk away from their truck, their money, and their dog into the freezing mountain woods without any jackets? To understand how this happened, you have to look at the months leading up to their trip, because the family was spiraling into deep paranoia. Both Bobby and Sherilyn had been acting incredibly strange. They told their local pastor that their house in Eufaula, Oklahoma, was haunted by dark spirits. Sherilyn claimed she could see ghosts on the roof, and Bobby asked the pastor if he could get special spiritual books to help exorcise the house. Sherilyn even wrote notes claiming that her neighborhood was cursed. They were genuinely terrified of something invisible. The police also found a security camera video from outside the Jamison home, recorded the very morning they left for the mountains. The footage is incredibly eerie. It shows Bobby and Sherilyn walking back and forth from their house to their truck like zombies. They were completely silent, not talking to each other at all. At one point, Bobby just stands still, staring blankly into space for several minutes. They looked like they were under some sort of trance or experiencing extreme psychological stress. Then there is the physical evidence from the truck. Investigators found a digital camera belonging to the family. When they checked the photos, they found a final picture of their 6-year-old daughter, Madyson, taken up in the mountains. In the photo, Madyson is standing against a rock face, but her expression is heartbreaking. She is not smiling at all. She looks deeply uncomfortable. And her arms are crossed tight. It looks like a picture taken under duress, as if someone she did not trust was holding the camera. Along with the photos, police found a long, angry letter written by Sherilyn to Bobby. It was full of rage, accusing him of being a failure and ruining their lives. It proved that their marriage was collapsing under the weight of their mental issues. Because the case was so weird, people came up with a lot of theories. The first theory was a drug deal gone wrong. People speculated that Bobby and Sherilyn were involved with methamphetamines, which would explain the massive amount of cash in the truck and their extreme paranoia. However, police searched the vehicle thoroughly and found no actual drugs, and friends insisted they were just regular people, not drug dealers. Another dark theory involves Bobby's father. Bobby had recently sued his own father over a business dispute, and his father had allegedly threatened to kill the family. But his father was very sick and hospitalized at the time, so he had a solid alibi. The most terrifying theory is that they crossed paths with someone dangerous in the mountains. The Sans Bois area is known for being isolated, wild, and sometimes used by criminal groups or cults. Some people believe someone forced them out of the truck at gunpoint, made them walk up into the hills, and executed them, which might explain why the money was left behind. The mystery took a tragic turn 4 years later, in November 2013. A group of hunters walking through the deep woods found the skeletal remains of 3 people just less than 3 miles away from where the truck had been abandoned. Forensic experts confirmed they belonged to Bobby, Sherilyn, and little Madyson. Their bodies were lying side by side, face down in the dirt. Because the bodies had been exposed to the weather and animals for 4 long years, the medical examiner could not determine the exact cause of death. There were no bullet holes or obvious signs of broken bones left on the skeletons. So, how did it happen? Did they suffer a collective mental breakdown from their paranoia, wander into the woods, and die of hypothermia? Did their drug-fueled fears cause them to flee from an imaginary monster? Or were they stalked and murdered by a real person hiding in the trees? We might never know the absolute truth, but the image of their locked truck, the $32,000 left untouched, and the haunting photo of Madyson makes this one of the most chilling mysteries in modern history.